Okay, we should be live here. Hopefully everything is sounding clear and good. I'm going to take a quick peek at my audio just to be sure it looks, let's see. I believe it's registering. Go up a tad louder here. Okay. See, it's picking up something. I forgot to do a test. Okay. I'm gonna assume everything's going good and I can be heard here. Going to go and post in our group. Let's see, community home. Live now, give you your options. Whoops. Let's see, StreamYard link going in now. If you prefer to watch on StreamYard, which is probably the best, most cleanest video, best audio, best video, etc. And then I'm going to grab our YouTube link as well. And if you don't yet know, we do have a YouTube channel as well. I'm just simply posting these episodes on the YouTube channel. That's all I'm doing currently at the moment with that channel. And it may get more extensive in the future. We'll have to take a look at that idea. So let me go over to YouTube and grab the link and make sure I can make sure we're live there at the same time. Looks like we are live. Okay, copying the link. And we are live. Okay, very good. Okay, so I wanted to be sure that my audio is working. Now I have confirmation of that as well. Okay, so YouTube and StreamYard's links are going in now. And I'm just going to put replay available within the week in the guides section of the group. Okay, very good. Here we are with episode number 18, posting that now in case anybody wants to join via YouTube or via the StreamYard link. A few minutes late here tonight. Okay. Very good. Let me go back to StreamYard over here. Let's see, I'm going to cancel out of YouTube to be sure I have plenty of resources on this computer available. And I'm going to cancel out of, I never checked Facebook. I'm going to check Facebook real quick and just be sure we should be live in there. Can't think of where to go. Happening now. Okay, events. Happening now. Live video, just checking this out real quick here. And yes. Okay, looks like all our, okay, good. Everything's live. Okay, sorry for the delay there. And in full confession, I'm a little out of sorts. I'm still working during the days this week, and currently undergoing just a health fast to kind of reboot my system and get back on track. Pathetically, this is the longest fast I've ever done, and I am as of midnight will be 48 hours, and by morning I guess it'll be around 54 hours. And then I'll have breakfast. There's another health fast of 100 days with I'm sorry, not 100 days, 100 hours which has even more extreme benefits. And that's kind of what I was going for, but up till this point, my longest fast ever was 36 hours. And so I'm doing kind of an in between. I'm doing half now, and then another month or two, I might go for that full 100 hours, which is 4 days and 4 hours. There's definitely some. I haven't been as hungry as I expected. Definitely had some hunger moments. Had one tonight as I was coming home here, and occasionally being tired. I was finalizing my notes for the presentation and kind of nodding off, trying to keep myself awake and wrap this up so I can get on live here with you guys tonight. But feeling pretty good, and there's kind of some moments where you feel kind of euphoric. You can tell things are happening in your body, and your body starts to use its own fuel and stuff. So it's kind of cool, just experimenting with that, and thought I'd share that. This is why I'm a few minutes late tonight, trying to get myself together here. So we're gonna go with this live. We are in episode number 18 of Midwest Rockers. I can't believe we're already at episode 18. It's kind of mind blowing to me personally, and I think it's pretty cool. Again, you can go to Facebook. I'm going to pull it up on my end just so I can see as I tell you, and go to our group called Midwest Rockers. And when you go to the Midwest Rockers group, when you get to that home page, at least if you're on a laptop, I think it would be similar if you're on a tablet, right at the top bar. So you'll see the name of the group, Midwest Rockers. You'll of course see the banner at the top, then the name. Then you'll see these tabs, and it's like discussion, featured members, events, media files, that kind of thing. The second one there is guides. If you click on guides, you will see all of the episodes, 17 dating, should be all the way back to number 1. Yeah, all the way to number 1. So I have all 17 episodes there currently right now, and with by the time we reach next week, number 18 will be in there as well. So that's how you access all those trainings. Go to our Facebook group, Midwest Rockers. You have the banner, you have the name Midwest Rockers, and you have a bunch of tabs underneath, discussion, guides. That's the way it's showing up on my MacBook. Guides is number 2 right there. And I believe it's similar for the phone. So I'm just going to go take a look and just see if I can give you any further directions if necessary. Groups, Midwest Rockers. I am now on my phone, and I see the banner, I see the name, and then kind of like the discussion area. Again, there's those tabs. On my phone, it says, this is because I manage the group. I see you, I see chats featured, about, guides is there, photos, events, files, albums, etc. So it's still little tabs. It's just smaller bubbles, little tabs section. And you want to click on the guides. And when you click on the guides, it will show you the weekly lives. And you can click on see all 17 posts. And it will. You can just scroll through all the episodes to find the episode that you would like to listen to. Okay? So that is how you find these trainings in our group. And that's how you can watch them. Of course, you can click the StreamYard links. You can click the YouTube links and find them on the Midwest Rockers YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel there as well to get access. And I don't know if I mentioned this, we have an Instagram now, Midwest Rockers Instagram. So I'm trying to start to incorporate ways. So our group on Facebook is an exclusive group. I vet every person that comes in. I've actually denied several people from coming into the group. I research Facebook, research the profiles, other social media profiles sometimes. I look to be sure they're a musician, they're working in the industry, typically have a band, or they're performing live. So I make sure they're like us in this community, that they are indeed a rocker from the Midwest in a rock-based band. It can be a rock, hard rock, metal, country rock, blues rock, etc., and that they are active in the industry because these are the members I'm pulling into our group so that you know that you have solid connections. Anybody you connect with is like you in this industry, working hard to make it. And then now I'm starting to go beyond that, and I'm thinking of fans of fans. In other words, you all are bands and groups in this, the group Midwest Rockers, to which we have 167 members now. And you're all in a band and you have followers. And so now, if the word starts getting out about Midwest Rockers, although your fans that aren't musicians, some of them recently have tried to join the group. That's not what this group is for, but there will be ways that they can follow. Like they can follow the Facebook page, Midwest Rockers. That's how they can stay engaged with Midwest Rockers and you who are in it. And I may start posting some of your shows and stuff on that Facebook page to keep it active and turning some content. And then they could follow us on Instagram. They could follow the Midwest Rockers. And there, this week, I've just started posting about a recap of your show. I went to 2 shows this weekend and posted about them on the Instagram page for Midwest Rockers. So fans of the bands inside Midwest Rockers can now start to engage via the Facebook page, via the Instagram. They can even subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then they would actually be able to see some of the episodes if they wanted to, recaps and so forth. So these are ways that the non-exclusive, the non-private community can engage with Midwest Rockers. So if you have fans or anybody's bringing it up with you, that's where they can go. They can go to our Facebook page, Midwest Rockers. They can go to Instagram, Midwest Rockers. They can go to YouTube, Midwest Rockers, all open to the public. With this group, and you are always getting the trainings first. This is exclusive to, this is a private group, okay? And I vet everyone in the group before adding them into this group, okay? So that's how that works. And let's get going. Let me cancel out this Facebook page here. Go back to my StreamYard. Good, we're still live at StreamYard. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my notes for tonight, and we're gonna begin our session. And this is part 4 continued. In episode 17, we did part 4 of Pat Flynn's book, Superfans. Remember, we're working our way through that book and discussing taking a general audience all the way to your superfan. Okay, we're trying to build our base of 1,000 superfans to keep you gigging, get you paid, and to get you to that level of being a 6-figure plus band. Okay, so that's what this superfan journey is about. I was kind of teaching on this idea prior to learning about the book Superfans by Pat Flynn, and then I found the book Superfans, and so I read the book and realized how valuable it would be for you guys, and how excellently I can't say the word how great it relates to our industry, and so I thought it'd be good to work through that book together. The ultimate recommendation is, hey, go get the book and read it for yourself. Go buy Pat Flynn's book, Superfans, read it, apply the material as it relates to your band in the industry, and so forth. Here, I've read the book. I've read the book. I've listened to it on audio. I've pretty much read it a second time. I'm recapping it. Now I'm teaching it in the group, and then I'm applying it to our industry. So this is like, I don't know what, I'm 4 or 5 levels deep into the Superfans book by Pat Flynn. Great book. So highly support it. Get it if you want to go deep on your own, or listen to these episodes regarding Pat Flynn's book. so you can see how it relates to our industry and how you can use it to incorporate it in your band and in your gigs and so forth, so that you can begin creating your superfans. That's what this journey of the Superfan book by Pat Flynn is all about. Okay, so today we are on episode number 18, and here we go. We've had more new people in the group, so I'm always doing a little bit of recap, and then after I do that recap and introduction to these episodes, then I go into the meat or the content of the episode, and then I wrap it up in the end. So, welcome to the Midwest Rockers Facebook group. This group is for musicians and bands who are passionate about rock-based music and sharing their gifts, their years of training, talents, and dedication with their audiences. Midwest Rockers is open to musicians of the 5 core instruments: guitar, bass, drums, keys, vocals. This group is already filled with musicians just like you, those who are hungry to make it in the music business and entertain their local communities, city, states in the Midwest region. That's important, in the Midwest region, okay? So if you're not from the Midwest, I do not add you into this group. I think I have one personal friend who is actually from Sweden in this group that I allowed in the very beginning. So here is my vision for each of you in this community. To help rock-based cover bands grow their fan base, become a venue favorite, and create lasting, memorable moments with their audiences. I am still offering podcast guest opportunities to rock stars who would like to share their story, their knowledge, get some promotion, and establish new connections with the Midwest Rockers community. So if that's you, let's book a podcast. You can reach me, just DM me, direct message me on in Facebook Messenger, okay, if you're interested. So let's begin with the Midwest Rockers Manifesto. Rock and roll is our accomplice. Ordinary is our enemy. Like rebels fighting monotony, our mission is simple: escape the mundane. Midwest Rockers. We are the Midwest Rockers. We keep music alive. We fuel the local scene. We entertain our audience. We promote the venues. We build superfans. We cultivate a family feeling. We stand together. United we rock. We are the Midwest Rockers. This group, again, is about education, entertainment, and engagement. The education piece is to share your knowledge and your experience and expertise to learn how to grow your fan base, become a venue favorite, and learn how to confidently connect with your audience. The entertainment piece is posting clips of your songs, your live performances, your practice sessions, posting your upcoming gigs in this community. The engagement piece is all about connecting, supporting, and learning from one another. You can engage by asking questions, dropping tips and hacks in the group. You can share your knowledge, experience, and stories that might help others within this group. So come back and visit the group often. I am John Cappity, the creator of the Midwest Rockers, guitar coach, gaffer, which is a video lighting specialist in the commercial sector, and marketing coach. I have a heart and deep connection for rock musicians. You are my tribe, my people. I connect with you. We speak the language of rock. We understand one another on a level beyond conversation, small talk, and hanging out. I fought for years to learn the discipline and develop my skills on guitar. I'm a lead guitar player. I was in and out of bands. I understand the difficulty of getting other support and getting them to show up at the gigs. I launched a guitar academy. I birthed new musicians and helped them to skip many of the hurdles that I had to go through on my own journey. I learned superfan strategies and became friends with students and their families, even to the point of selling out, if you will, a recital. Just let that sink in for a minute. Selling out a recital. We had a venue that could hold 140 people in it, and we were doing a recital showcasing our students. We called them live events, and they were heavily rock-based, high energy. And so we would have, at one of the recitals, towards nearing the end of the Guitar Academy that I had, we had about 300 people show up. We were actually, this sounds terrible, but we were turning away people, and even some parents I heard got turned away of the students that were at the recital because so many people showed up beyond families and friends of the people who were performing, but people who also wanted to just come and see the show and my super fans, if you will, of John Cavity Guitar Academy. So that was pretty cool. We had two shows back to back, both blew it out of the water. People were standing outside and having to leave because they couldn't even get in the place. We had Miss Kenosha MC the event and everything. So we went kind of big. But that is all about developing your super fans, and that's what I did with my Guitar Academy, and they were huge, hugely successful events. I also studied personal development to become more confident in myself, and from the stage, I studied business so I could learn tools to help others on their journey. I've hired coaches, consultants, and I've bought digital programs, several recently. I've spent upwards of 30,000 plus investing in beyond school non-degree education and skills so that I have the ability to help others within this industry. I've rebuilt businesses and careers over and over to learn there are endless opportunities to further personal growth. During the devastation of a recent divorce about a year ago now, I used that change as an opportunity to get back into the music scene. I've observed, I got to update this, I've observed probably over 200 shows now to see how I can use what I've learned on my journey to help other musicians live their dreams and build their vision into a reality. I quickly discovered three secrets that most bands are missing, and this group is a part of sharing those secrets with you. As musicians in the comedy marketplace, we do face a common enemy, and that enemy is ordinary. Society is designed to keep the people at home. People, our potential fans, are going out less and less. Ordinary is now our way of life. The culprits, some of them, are addiction, social media, access to the internet, large TVs, gaming consoles, live entertainment, etc., right at home in our living room, sitting on our comfy couches. Also, our busy lives, our kids' hectic extracurricular activities, along with our kids' work schedules, longer hours at our own jobs, two working adults in a typical family household. For you musicians, gigging, booking, probably most of you are also have a day job in addition to that. I mean, on and on we could go. So we need to play offense. Do not expect your audience to convert themselves to active, engaged, and or superfans. Also, and this is important, just because they know you and they show up to some of your shows doesn't necessarily mean that they are part of your superfan group. The key to superfans is that they motivate themselves. The key to superfans is that they motivate themselves. They go out of their way, they cancel their plans, they bring their friends, they organize their calendars around your gigs, they buy your merch, they buy the upgraded seats, they attend the meet and greets, they show up to all your shows, they throw money in the tip jar, etc. They are the exemplary fan, the core, what I call your fan family, your super fans. Okay? So that brings us to today's episode. Quite the intro, right? I keep reducing it, but we're going to have to reduce it some more. In today's episode, as I mentioned earlier, we get back to Pat Flynn's strategies in his book Superfans. We are still in this part 4. This is session 2, if you will, of part 4 of the Pat Flynn Superfan book journey. It's episodes 17 and 18 back to back are covering part 4 of the Pat Flynn's journey into the Superfans book. Our talk is regarding moving our active audience, or what I call active fans in our industry, to connected communities, okay, or connected fans. A connected community is one step closer to becoming your super fans. Super quick recap. What are superfans? Superfans invest time, money, and emotion into you, your products, your groups, your band, your performances, etc. Some people call this your tribe, and it's interchangeable. Tribe, superfans, same thing. Our goal is 1,000 superfans, 1,000 tribe members who invest time and money into us and our shows. By focusing on this activity of attaining superfans is the most important task in your band's growth. Your first goal as an artist, musician, or band is your Super 1000. If 1,000 fans spend just $100 a year on you, your merch, and at your gigs, you will then have a six-figure band. 1,000 fans, $100, which is nothing in common day marketplace. You have a six-figure band. Okay. So your action step number one is to convert one fan into a super fan every single day to keep that train rolling and growing into your Super 1000. As a reminder, there are four types of fans in our music world. The first is casual fans. The second is active fans. That's what we're discussing now in session 2 of part 4. And the third, which we will get into in the future, is connected community fans. The fourth is your super fans. Okay, so we're trying to get them from casual to active to connected community to super fans. And in Pat Flynn's book, this is called the Pyramid of Fandom. The Pyramid of Fandom. So he heavily relates all of this stuff to music. Casual fans represent most of your view count and traffic. They're just noticing you, hearing you for the first time, stumbling across your social media pages and posts, observing who you are, and deciding if they want to engage, deciding if they want to know you any further, deciding if they want to go to a gig. An active fan are the group who knows who you are and what you and your band's brand have to offer them. For instance, if they enjoy classic rock, does your band offer them classic rock? Now they know that, and because they've known that, done the research, maybe attended a gig, now they're moving into that active fan stage. Active fans live in your email list, on your social media, your group pages, your gigs, etc. The goal for you to achieve with your active fans is to entice them to begin engaging with other fans in your connected community. From the active fan, the next level is a connected community fan. This is where the magic begins to happen. This is where you really begin to connect and communicate directly with your fans. Even better is that now they're having conversations with each other, fans having conversations with fans. You are sometimes not in that mix now. And they are beginning to identify themselves as your community and your band's brand. True advocates speaking the praises about how much more they enjoy life being a part of your shows and your community. So you could even go back and watch episode number 11 in the guides section of Midwest Rockers Facebook page. And that's a deep dive into engaging with your casual audience and elevating them into your active audience. That session is probably the best one. There was a few before that, going through, kind of introducing the ideas. But episode number 11, I gave you some tips, tricks, hacks, and quick wins, quick ways that you can move your casual audience into the active audience space. And we were using tools from Pat Flynn's book, such as Learn the Lyrics, Break the Ice, Quick Wins, Drive the DeLorean, Return Every Handshake. Okay, so I do recommend watching episode number 11. In tonight's episode number 18, continuing part 4 of our Pat Flynn Superfans book journey, we're discussing our active fan audience and how to move them from an active fan to a connected community fan. People want to feel like they belong. People want to feel like they belong. Now, we are working on our active audience. We're trying to move them to a connected community fan. And tonight we're going to discuss how Pat Flynn explains to do this in 5 different ways. In episode 17, we discussed the first 3. Now we're discussing the next 5 in this episode. So there's 8 total. In episode 7, we discussed the first 3, moving an active audience to a connected community audience. And in this episode, episode 18, we're discussing the next 5. So 5, I guess it would be 4 through 8, okay? And that will end our talk on taking an active fan to a connected community fan And then we start talking about taking a connected community fan to a super fan. Okay, that's next. Uh, so a recap from episode 17, the three that we went over last time was let them take a shot. People love to know that they know the right answer. So let them share their knowledge in fun, engaging ways. And this is kind of a lot to do with social media. Number two that we talked about was let them decide. Ask them for their feedback. Let them make the decision for you, or at least give you their input to help you make a decision. This could be things like, hey, we're adding a song to the set. Do you think, would you rather us add this song or that song? That's giving them a chance of letting them decide, right? And then the third thing that we talked about was creating a challenge for your audience. Get them engaged by getting them involved in a challenge that you launch for your audience or fans to complete with prizes and awards. So those are the first three tools that Pat Flynn gives us in his book Superfans to convert our active audience to a connected community audience. And again, for a deeper dive, rewatch episode number 17. And gave you some practical ways and techniques you could do that in our industry, music industry. Okay. So tonight we start with the fourth strategy. Again, we're going through the next five, which is 4 through 8. The fourth strategy is open the factory doors. BTS. We use this a lot in the movie industry, lighting, gaffing, filming, video work, commercial, corporate. BTS, behind the scenes look, right? Open the factory doors. BTS, give them a behind the scenes look. This helps your audience to appreciate all the work you have put into your band, your act, your concert, etc. This will convey feel-good vibes to your audience as they see and witness your attention to the detail and care that you put into your act and your show. Okay, again, I'm taking these ideas from Pat Flynn's book, Superfans, okay? So, and then I'm relating them to our industry. So this information is coming from that book. So I just want to be very clear about that. Some of the little things that I talk about around the information I've gathered from Superfans' book is just my take on spinning it to our industry. Okay, so but this information comes from Pat Flynn and his knowledge, expertise, and what he shared in his book Superfans. Okay, so again, open the factory doors. You can showing that's like showing behind the scenes, opening the curtain, so to speak, and this will help your audience and fans to feel special. They'll feel set apart and a sense of belonging to your community and what you're doing, your band. Both Pat and I teach that building a tribe filled with your superfans is about mastering memorable moments that you share with your audience and creating unforgettable experiences with them. Okay, just wanted to check, be sure I'm still live, make sure I didn't lose connection here. Once you open the factory doors, connect your audience and fans with those behind the band and your brand. That was a mouthful. I'm going to say it once again. Once you open the factory doors, connect your audience and fans with those who are behind your band and your brand. Here's some examples. The sound engineer, right? Sound engineer is typically not on stage. So when you open the factory doors, you're showing who's behind your brand, who's behind your band, okay? And that it would be like the sound guy. Why does your band sound so great when they're in the audience? Well, the sound engineer, right? Why does your show look so great? That's the lighting designer, right? And a lot of you do a great job throughout your show introducing these people and acknowledging them in front of your fan base. That is a very good thing to do. Your stage crew. Do you have crew that actually helps break down, set up the stage? These are the behind the scenes people opening the factory doors. Your videographer, photographer. Maybe some of you have a live guitar tech. Uh, Behind the scenes, your luthier who sets up the guitars and the basses. Maybe you guys have coaches or producers, managers of your band, right? Teachers, trainers, your social media and website techs, okay? These are all, this is behind the scenes, opening the factory doors to your fans, letting them in and getting a sneak peek of how your band operates, builds a stronger connection with your fan base. They start to realize, wow, this is not, they fiddle around with their instruments at home, they practice together a little bit, they show up and put on the show. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes that your fans have no idea of. And this would help them to connect with you more by showing them. Okay? As Pat Flynn indicates in his book Superfans, people buy solutions, but they connect with other people. And I will add, once they feel more connected to the people behind your brand and your band, once they witness the effort and the hard work, once they see all the minds, the brains, the hands, it takes to offer your entertainment package to them, they are well on their way to your superfan list because that connection starts to get much deeper between you and them. Okay? Continuing on this, going behind the scenes and opening your factory doors, as Pat Flynn puts it, or a sneak peek into the making of your band, in our case, gives your audience something to share with others. Once your audience knows the secret, the secret and the behind the scenes information, everything it took to put on that show, right? Then their status has been elevated. They stand taller. They're like, I know something other people don't. I've been taken behind the scenes. I'm more special, right? And they look for ways to display the elevation of their status. What does that mean for your band? Some healthy gossip, some healthy gossip about the newly discovered secrets your audience has become privy to. They want to tell everyone they know about the cool things they know that their friends and family do not currently know about your band and their connection to your band and your brand. This becomes free exposure for your brand. So taking them behind the scenes, opening your factory doors, so to speak, of your band and your band's brand ultimately leads to some healthy gossip for you. Okay? That's kind of full circle. And then we go to number 5. The fifth strategy of taking an active audience member to a connected community member is to stage a gig. Well, that's pretty convenient for us, right? That's what we do all the time. You are staging gigs all the time. Okay, so that is actually what it says in Pat Flynn's book, which is pretty humorous. Again, a lot of his analogies have to do with music in that particular book. So I think we have that one squared away, but what really is Pat Flynn's meaning here? Because he works with a lot of business owners, and they can be a wide variety. They could be accountants, they could be lawyers, they could be, whatever, bookkeeping, laundromats, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, a huge variety. He's using the music analogy, and we're in the music business, so that relates very well to us. But what is he really meaning there? The gigs he is talking about are about community, okay? Connecting with your audience on a personal level. You want to get in front of them. You want to spend time with them. You want to talk to them. So we know about music gigging, but let's go deeper in our world into what Pat's really talking about here. So some things I've thought about is that this could be a private, exclusive, fan-only event, right? You could have a gig just for your fans, bringing the fans together and giving them a private show to celebrate them and treat them special, an exclusive event, right? That the public is not, it's not open to the public, right? A lot of magic happens when you bring your audience together in the same room. Your fans meeting your other fans. Okay, that's when real magic starts to happen. And that's a lot about what Pat Flynn teaches in this whole converting them to super fans. Okay. It could also be going live on Facebook, right? Your Facebook page. If you have a Facebook group for your fans, it could be going live in your Facebook group. It could be going live on YouTube. I'm not so familiar with these, but Pat Flynn mentions Twitch and Periscope. I've heard of both of them. I don't know much about those social media platforms. The secret when you go live is to interact with your audience live, or one of the secrets, a hot tip, a pro tip, if you will, is to say their names. Actually call out their names. If the audience is small enough that you're engaging with, say you go live on Facebook and maybe 20 people show up and they're on the stream with you and so forth, say all their names, right? Mention their names. Hey, thanks for joining me. Sarah, Mike, great to have you here with us. Paul, I see you. So cool to have you with us, joining us. You know, blah, 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 blah. If there's a vast number of people on the call that joined this live event you're conducting on social media, say as many as you can real quick and end it by saying, and if I didn't mention your name, thank you so much for being here, right? So you're connecting in a powerful way by using as many names as possible. Another one is Q&A could be powerful for your band. This could be like an after show Q&A session, a pre-show Q&A session, or a social media exclusive Q&A session with your fans, right? They can ask questions and get to know you better, okay? So these are all staging a gig further than actually doing your gigs. Your gigs are normal, and then you want to engage more. So you could do a gig, again, exclusively for your audience, a fan-only event, not open to the public. You could be going live on your social media channels to your fans. You could have Q&A sessions so that fans could get to know you better, okay? So those are some ideas on staging a gig. Okay, very good. Just checking to be sure we're still live here. Number 6, the 6th strategy from Pat Flynn is giving them a name, naming your audience. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to list all the examples that are listed in the Superfans book to get your mind to understand this topic of give them a name and what that means, and to get your mind thinking in this direction so that you can start to think of, hey, is there some name we can give to our fans, right? So once fans have a name, they will start to use that name with one another. And you'll immediately start to understand once I start to list, once I start saying this list that was in the book. Okay, so the first example he gives is, I'm not going to say it that way because I don't know if these are in order to the book. I just wrote them down, and I found they were dispersed over a few pages, so I just kind of wrote them down. But the first one I have listed here was Taylor Swift. That's an example he gave, and she calls her fans Swifties. Okay, so Taylor Swift fans are Swifties. PewDiePie, which is a YouTuber, calls his fans the Bros. PewDiePie is a YouTuber. He calls his fans the bros. Again, there will be a replay, so you can always rewatch this. I recommend you don't write any of this down right now. Just listen. Just let your mind think and ponder and let it get going. Star Trek, Trekkies. Vlog Brothers, Nerd Fighters. Justin Bieber, The Beliebers. Grace Helbig, Gracist. Lady Gaga calls her fans Little Monsters. John Lee Dumas, The Fire Nation. Beyonce, The Beehive. One Direction, Directioners. Harry Potter, Potterheads. Twilight, which is a movie series, Twihards. Twilight movie series has a lot of followers. They call their fans Twihards. The Oakland Raiders, Raider Nation. Pat Flynn, Team Flynn. Okay, he calls his fans Team Flynn. Midwest Rockers, well, I've worked on it, but I'm not there yet. So help me. Would you like to be a part of deciding? I'm going to invite you to decide. That's, remember, one of the techniques, right? So if you have any recommendations, send them to or post them in our group, right? If you got an idea for the Midwest Rockers group name, I don't want to list. I came up with a whole bunch. I don't want to list them yet because I don't feel like it's there yet. And if you want to help me decide for our group what will be called and what we will name ourselves, be my guest. That'd be great. Okay, so hopefully you get the idea of naming your group or giving your group a name. Okay, so for us, we have Midwest Rockers as the name of our group, but this is going deeper into a special name for the people inside the group or the fans of your group. Something that kind of brings them together, right? Kind of like unique, fun name for the group. Star Trek, Trekkies is a good one. Taylor Swift, Swifties, okay? So you get the idea there. The next strategy that it gives us is number 7. There's 2 left, and this one is bring them together. Okay, so my first thought when I saw this was, well, that's really similar to staging a gig, right? Staging a gig, you're just bringing them together, right? Okay, there's a huge difference here. With staging a gig, you are getting in front of them. Okay, with staging a gig, you are getting in front of them. You are with them, you are connecting with them, but in essence, you're kind of still the center of attention. Okay, here, with the idea of bringing them together, the word them is very important. You are not the center of attention here, they are. You want to make them the center of attention by bringing them together for them, for the community, for them to build relationships with each other. Okay, so here are a few ways that you can do that. Meetups. Meetups can be great because they're versatile. This can be like or you can do like a casual lunch or dinner with your fans, right? Everyone pays for their own meal. This is not like you pay for everyone that shows up, but you're together. You're spending time with the fans, and more importantly, the fans are spending time with each other. Okay, that's the important thing. That's how we're bridging the gap from an active fan to a connected community fan. Okay, that's what you're doing here. And when you're spending time with the fans are spending time with each other. This can be casual or it can be more formal with an agenda. Or it can be like a mastermind brainstorming session, says Pat Flynn. I don't think I really came up with a way that really works here. I guess thinking off the top of my head, you could mastermind with your fans your set list, right? You could go deeper on your set list and get feedback on songs they would enjoy hearing from you and really start getting to know what your audience wants from you. What kind of music are they interested? Are they interested in songs from this band or this artist, etc. So you can go kind of go into a deeper dive. That would be kind of like a mastermind brainstorming session with your fans. Uh, Maybe you exclusively meet with the fans who are also musicians and whom have their own bands and their own acts. That would be kind of like a segment within your fan community. So that would be kind of a cool idea too. Uh, Pat Flynn teaches that you need to become a connector yourself. Even if you lean a little more towards the if you consider yourself introverted or you lean more towards that side, you don't feel like you're extroverted, you still need to become a connector yourself. You need to connect people with other people. Connectors see value in every person that they meet. So Pat Flynn says, tap into your inner connector. Connect fans together to create superfan groups who then hang out with each other. So you start connecting your fans with one another. You start to see similarities and you start to bring those fans together or push them towards each other. Create opportunities for them to get together. And then you're now creating these subgroups within your super fans. And they are starting to become friends and hanging out with each other and doing things outside of you, away from you, where you are no longer involved. You have brought them together and they're doing things beyond you. That's a connected community member, okay? Oh yeah, I already covered all that stuff. Okay, so our final strategy from Pat Flynn in his book Superfans on converting an active audience to a connected community audience is to make them shine. Make them shine. This is the final strategy in converting your active audience to a connected community audience. You want to feature community members. Feature community members. Say their name, type their name, speak or write highly about them. Make them the highlight. Okay? Help them stand out among your community. You could do, if you have a huge group and following all day, you could feature a fan a day, right? You could once a day write a little post about a fan and bring them up, make them feel special, highlight them amongst the other fans and community members. This will make them feel special. And I want to leave a tip. You don't do this just to do it. You don't do it as if it's a task on your to-do list that you need to mark off. This is very important. You need to mean it. You need to really mean it. Always be genuine. Make sure it's heartfelt and coming from a truth part of you. This is not about kind of fibbing, lying, giving them an ego boost. John says to highlight a fan a day. So hey, just pick a fan and say some nice things, even if we don't know anything about the fan. No, you want to go to their social media page. You want to check it out, see what they've been involved in recently. Do you recognize them from your shows? Is there anything that you can say about them? Have you had the chance to meet them at one of your shows by any chance? Highlight them. Find something special, unique about them, and make them shine. Make them stand out among your community. Okay? Always be genuine. That's coming from me. Always be genuine. Anytime I highlight someone, it is because I saw something special in them, something special at their show, etc. And I'm highlighting that. It's true, it's genuine, comes from my heart. I absolutely mean it. Okay? I don't just do this to do it. Okay? So be genuine. If you're not, people will figure that out very soon and they will no longer want to be part of your community. At gigs, you could announce fans who are close to, I don't remember if this comes from the book or if I ad-libbed here, close to your heart by name in front of everyone. Sorry. You could bring them to the stage and share a quick 45 to 60-second story about the two of you, how you met, etc. So, maybe a fan came up to you after the show and maybe they spoke into you. right? Maybe they said all kinds of cool things about you, and now you reverse this at a gig and you bring them up on stage and you share what it meant to you that they did that for you, kind of thing. And not asking any of you to do that for me. I don't like to be on stage in front of people, so I love teaching, coaching, mentoring. I love being behind the camera for that sake when I can provide value to you. Uh, but if I've edified any of you that are maybe watching this show, you do not need to bring me on stage. But that is something, but most people like that. Okay, most people like to be highlighted. Most people like to be valued, to feel special in front of people, and so forth. Just really kind of not my thing. Uh, uh, so anyway, that is something that you could do. So you could, or perhaps they've been with you from the beginning and they've journeyed with you, and maybe you've reached a milestone. Maybe you have a way of tracking your super fans, and you're like, okay, we have at least 500 super fans, and I want to pull one of these super fans out. This guy or gal has been with us from the beginning, and I want people to know about them. I want to make them feel special because they brought their friends to our shows, and now some of their friends are also super fans, and they always show up, and so that is like somebody that you would bring up on stage and highlight. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Uh, on a little bit lesser level, you could go to social media and you could give shout outs, recognizing specific fans amongst your group. Maybe some fans recently have been super engaged in your community, on your social media fans, etc. And you tag their name in one of your posts and you thank them, and you say, it's really great to have you as a fan. I look forward to seeing you at the next show. If they're super engaged and you see that what they're saying is getting to a reach beyond what you could have done yourself, and people are starting to take notice of your band because of them, you might give them something from your merch table, right? You might say, hey, see us at our next gig. We're going to give you a T-shirt, or we're going to give you a hat, or we're going to give you one of our CDs, etc. A keychain doesn't have to be big. It's the thought that counts. It's the intention and the value and the highlighting them, making them feel special. Okay, these are special things. They create moments with your audience. You could from the stage or on social media for that matter, you could say their name and wish them a happy birthday and anniversary, etc. at the live at your show or live on social media. Or you could just type it and recognize them. Hey, one of our fans has a birthday today. Happy birthday, blah blah blah. Everybody wish this person a happy birthday, right? You're engaging your community and taking that community and surrounding this particular fan, making them feel special. You're also bringing the community together. You're creating a way for the community to think about the fans within the community, beyond you, past you, kind of separating themselves from you and being more about the community. Okay. As Pat Flynn explains, in general, people love to be highlighted. This was what I was just, kind of talking about a minute ago. Especially when they're in a group of like-minded individuals, uh, like your fans, your community, at your gigs, etc. When you highlight someone, do not make it about your brand. So, kind of some of the things I was just talking about a minute ago. Pat Flynn says kind of the same thing. Don't make it about your brand, or in our case, about the band, your band. Make it about their experience. When you highlight somebody, make it about their experience before and after their interactions with you and your band. Before they met you, after they met you, okay? Their journey with your band. Their journey with your band. Not about your band, okay? But their journey, their experience with your band. All about them, okay? This is social proof of experiencing your band in action, okay? When other fans see and hear about their experience, they will want to stick around you, your band. They're going to want to come to your shows even more. so that they can have similar experiences to the fans you are highlighting from the community. Very important, very powerful paragraph that was just said there, as Pat Flynn kind of brings this all together. Taking your audience from active fans to connected community fans is one of the most special phases, says Pat Flynn in his book Superfans. You are creating fan building experiences and building those magic moments for your active audience, and also giving them a way to create those moments for one another, which is moving them into that connected community. Okay? So that wraps up moving active audience members or active fans to connected community fans. So now we've gone from casual fans to active fans. We've shifted active fans into the connected community. And the next segment is going to be talking about how to move them from the connected community into your super fans. Okay? Again, you can access all these episodes regarding Pat Flynn's Superfan book just going to the guides section of our Facebook group, Midwest Rockers. Okay? Now, as we've discussed previously, I'm just going to kind of wrap up this call for tonight. Superfans are self-motivated. Superfans are not the people where you call your friends and family and say, hey, come to my gig. Please come to my gig. I need you there at my gig. I need to show that we have people in the audience. You know, I really need you there. I want you there. Hey, come to my gig. You know, it's going to be really fun. It's, you know, where you are trying to get them to come. That's like a salesman, right? You're trying to get people to come to your gig. That's important too, right? But superfans, the difference between an audience and fans, sort of, if you will, general fans, and superfans is that superfans are self-motivated. They will do all this on their own. They will just show up to your gig. You don't have to ask them. You don't have to advertise to them. During the week, they're going to your Facebook page, your social media profiles, and they're looking up, when are you playing next? They're doing this research on their own. They're jumping into your community and finding out, hey, who's going to the show? Hey, I'm going to be there. You know, maybe they're starting to connect with other fans in your community. These are super fans, self-motivated. They invest their own time, their own money, their own emotion into you, your products, your groups, your bands, your performances. They take the action. That's a super fan. You do not have to convince them to take an action. They take the action on their own free will. Okay. Some people call this your tribe. Our goal is 1,000 superfans who invest time and money into us and our shows. Focusing on the activity of attaining superfans is the most important task in your band's growth. Focus on converting one fan into a superfan every single day. Think about how to get your casual fans converted into your active audience, where they've participated with you in your band on some level. Then think about how to get those new active fans converted into a connected community fans, bringing them ever closer to our goal of super fans. Okay, that was a mouthful. That was a big one tonight, Midwest Rockers. I hope this was helpful for you tonight. Keep visiting, keep active, connect with others in this group, invite your friends, and most importantly, keep the lights on and keep rocking. This is John Cappity, guitar coach, podcaster, marketer, gaffer, and improv artist. I appreciate all you. And until next time, I say peace. See you guys. Thanks for joining tonight. You can watch the replays always in the Midwest Rockers group under the guides section. Have a great night.